Hello, everyone. So, first of all, full transparency. I used AI to help me write this talk that I was supposed to present in face-to-face in Wrocław, but due to last-minute changes, I wasn't. But yes, I did use AI for this. But the part that will make you laugh, feel something, or remember your humanity, that's 100% me. Today, I want to talk about how we can lead, not with more speed or optimization, but with more soul. Let's start with a poem. There are two kinds of intelligence. One acquired, as a child in school memorizes facts and concepts from books and from what the teacher says. Collecting information from the traditional sciences as well as from the new sciences. With such intelligence, you get ranked ahead or behind of others in regard to your competence in retaining information. You stroll with this intelligence in and out of fields of knowledge, getting always more marks in your preserving tablets. There is another kind of tablet, one that is already completed and preserved inside you. A spring overflowing its spring box, a freshness in the center of your chest. This other intelligence does not turn yellow or stagnate. It's fluid. And it doesn't move from the outside to inside through conducts of plumbing learning. This second knowing is a fountainhead from within you, moving out. This is a poem by Rumi, and it talks about two intelligences. So the first intelligence is the kind we get from books, degrees, certificates. The kind that fills our heads and our calendars. It's our acquired knowledge. The one that moves from the outside in. The other, this is the kind that lives in our bones, in the chest, in the center of our chest. The knowing that doesn't come from learning, but from remembering. The one that moves from the inside out. And that second kind, that's what I believe we need now more than ever. We live in a strange and fascinating times. Artificial intelligence can now write you emails. It can draft your business plans. It can even compose a breakup letter that sounds emotionally intelligent. It might even flirt better than your last Tinder date, with just the right emojis, perfect grammar, and answers that keep the conversation going. It's mind-blowing. It's efficient. It's a technological miracle. But there is one thing it will never be able to do. It can't feel. It can't care. It can't look into someone's eyes and know they're hurting, even when they say they're fine. It can't sit with discomfort, holding space for paradox, or act from a place of love, courage, or integrity. It can simulate connection, but it cannot embody compassion. It can calculate, but it cannot discern what is meaningful. That's our job. That's the gift and the responsibility of being human. In a world shaped by algorithm and speed, true leadership will not be measured by IQ alone, but by presence, by wisdom, by the radical act of choosing shared humanity over convenience. Because no matter how advanced machines become, they will never replace the depth of the human heart and the wisdom of the soul. And the world we are leading in today, It's not just fast. It's not just complex. It's bunny, brittle, anxious, non-linear, incomprehensible. We are no longer dealing with predictable systems. We are leading through breakdowns, burnout, and breakthroughs, all happening at once. In this kind of world, strategies aren't enough. Strategies alone aren't enough. There is no 5-step plan for complexity, no checklist for human suffering. What we need now are leaders who can stay grounded in the storm, who can slow down when the world speeds up, who can listen when others rush to react, who can hold space when others collapse to control. Leaders who don't just manage change, but embody presence, who can pause, connect, and act not from fear or ego, but from wholeness, from clarity, from a deeper intelligence. And that brings me to this. A new kind of leadership requires a new kind of intelligence, not just IQ, not just EQ, but something that holds both and goes beyond them. Let's talk about that. So here's the formula at the heart or soul of this talk. TQ equals IQ plus EQ plus SQ. Let me break that down. IQ is your cognitive intelligence. It's the part of you that analyzes, solves problems, thinks strategically. The intelligence of logic, data, and systems. It's important, but it's no longer enough on its own. EQ is your emotional intelligence, the ability to feel, to empathize, to build trust, and navigate human relationships. In a world filled with anxiety and disconnection, EQ is what brings us back to each other. SQ is your spiritual intelligence, your inner compass, your capacity to act from purpose, to hold values, to see yourself as part of something larger than just you. It's the intelligence of meaning, integrity, and shared humanity. And then there is TQ, Transcendent Intelligence. TQ is not just the sum of these three, it's the integration. The moment when thinking, feeling, and being come together in alignment. It's what happens when your head, your heart, and your soul are not just present, but unified in service of something greater. That's the kind of intelligence we need now. Not just to survive complexity, but to lead through it. So if TQ is the integration of IQ, EQ, and SQ, the next question is, how do they actually work together in practice? Let me show you. Here is what it looks like. IQ helps you think clearly, EQ helps you relate wisely, and SQ helps you to know what truly matters. But none of these can function in isolation. At the center of this triangle, the glue that holds everything together is something often overlooked in leadership. It's the awareness. Because without awareness, we are not really choosing, we're just reacting. With awareness, something shifts. We pause, we become present, and that's where real leadership begins. So if AI can think fast, write smooth, and even sound like it cares, what's left for us? The answer isn't more speed. The answer is not more productivity. It's presence and it's responsibility. It's a uniquely human capacity to lead from wholeness, to sense the emotional field in a room, to stand still when there is no easy answers, to choose courage over convenience. AI will keep getting smarter, but smart isn't the same as wise. That's why we need TQ now more than ever, not to compete with the machine, but to complete what the machine can't begin. Because TQ isn't just being human. It's about being fully, consciously, responsibly human. And in this new era, that's the leadership we need. So let's make this real. Imagine you are leading. The pressure is mounting. Deadlines are shifting. Your team is stressed, overwhelmed. The future is foggy. What do you do? Here's the path of TQ. First, you pause. Not to freeze, but to create space. In that pause, awareness arises. You notice what's really happening within and around you. From that stillness, an insight emerges. Not from force, not from effort, but from clarity. That's SQ, your deeper knowing, your inner compass. Then you tune into the emotional field. You sense what others are feeling. That's EQ in motion. And then, only then, you do act. Not react, but act. Respond with intention. With IQ, clarity, logic, strategy, in service of something greater. That's TQ in action. It's not magic, it's practice. It's a leadership muscle built in a pause. And this is why SQ matters so deeply. Because without SQ, our intelligences can go off track. Without SQ, IQ becomes cleverness without conscience. Smart, but disconnected from values, from purpose. Brilliant, but morally adrift. Without SQ, EQ becomes ungrounded empathy. Caring deeply, but without the clarity to act wisely. But with SQ, both become anchored. Rooted in purpose. Aligned, ethical, sustainable. Here's a metaphor I use. IQ is the engine. It moves things forward. EQ is the steering wheel. It helps you navigate people and emotions. SQ is the compass. It keeps you on course towards what truly matters. And when all three are integrated, that's TQ. Transcendent Intelligence, that's the journey of transcendent leadership. Not just getting somewhere fast, but getting somewhere meaningful. So how to develop TQ? Here's the secret. It doesn't require more speed. It requires more space. Space to breathe. Space to feel. Space to remember what you already are before you react. Here's how it starts. Start with awareness. Just 3 conscious breaths before a decision can shift everything. Strengthen your IQ. Keep learning. Stay curious. Sharpen your thinking, but stay humble. Deepen your EQ. Feel more. Listen beyond the words. Create space for others to be real. Awaken your SQ. Ask what really matters here. What's aligned with my purpose, my values, not just with my objectives? And then do that again and again and again. Not perfectly, but consciously. That's how we grow transcendent intelligence. And that's how we become transcendent leaders. Not by knowing more, but by becoming more whole. Transcendent leadership isn't a title. It's not something you're given. It's a practice, a daily choice. It's the courage to lead from wholeness, not just from habit or ego or autopilot. To lead not only from your mind, but with your heart, your soul, and awareness. That's the kind of intelligence AI will never have. And it's the kind of intelligence world is desperately longing for. Not faster, not flashier, but deeper, more human, more whole. So let's return to Rumi. This other intelligence is fountainhead from within you. It's not something to achieve. It's something to remember. This second intelligence, it's the one that feels, connects, and knows. It's already within you. It doesn't come from credentials or titles or code. It comes from presence, from alignment, from listening. So the only real question is, will you listen to it? And will you lead from it? Thank you.